lovely people. Hi and welcome back to the channel.
Nice one.
Yeah, we are continuing Arcane today. We are continuing with episode 6.
Episode 6, when these walls come tumbling down.
Yeah.
There's some long titles in general.
Yeah.
In this series. But this is then the third episode in the second arc. So sort of expecting for something big to happen here if we're following the same formula as with the first arc. And that third episode was absolutely crazy. So I'm quite excited to see what's going to happen in this one.
Yeah, there was a lot of build-up in the last one. So perhaps some of that build-up is going to be relieved in this one, or released. Sorry,
it's gonna explode.
Yeah,
we've used that word many times, but I think it's
pretty fitting.
It's
on
pretty
this show
fitting.
in general.
It's adequate. It's adequate.
Explosive.
Yeah, explosive.
Yeah.
But
let's just get into it, don't you think?
And before we do, can I ask you guys to please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like and comment. You can also check out our full uncut reactions on Patreon, where we are done with the series at this point in time. Actually, both with uncut full reactions, but also the edited down version. So you can just watch the whole thing with us over there right now, and also support the channel in that way. And we always really, really, really appreciate the support from our patrons. So yeah, go and check it out. Links down in the description below. And now, here we go.
That
looks kind of
super healthy.
Yeah, looks very polluted, that water. Didn't all of that? Oh wait, oh no, this is a flashback because that's Victor. So is that where his sickness stems from, playing in poisoned water? Well, he's already walking with a cane back then.
Yeah. I already know where this is going. Yeah, exactly.
Damn. I'm so curious about what happened in the last episode with his blood going into the Hextech thing, and oh yeah.
There?
What is gonna happen?
Don't be afraid.
Looks like a weird axolotl.
Yes.
Hey!
Oh!
Yeah, Senchi!
The guy who got blown up.
This is real. She's a rare mutation that I cultivated.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Good one.
Also kind of looks like...
Toothless?
Toothless, yeah. Very much so, actually, just without the wings. And a little bit more chunky.
She's dying.
Aww.
I'm attempting to prevent that.
Can I help?
Very well. We can be loners together.
And now we're back, yeah.
Good to see some things haven't changed. I heard your prognosis. I'm terribly sorry, my boy.
Do you contemplate death, Professor?
Only that of friends.
Oh, yeah.
It's a sad truth that those who shine brightest often burn fastest.
I really love the writing in this show. What are you making? Food or paint? Or
Listen, I'm sorry for disappearing last night.
Duty calls.
not angry at all.
Victor saved my life once. Now he needs me, and there's nothing I can do. I hate feeling so useless.
I didn't realize you were so close.
He's like my brother.
I'm in exile from my family. I fell short of Madada standards.
I don't believe that for a second. Do you?
Well, she lived it, so...
Such nice like compositions and shots. What?
Jack!
Oh!
Theorem. My name's Theorem.
Nice try, Chuck.
What? Why Chuck?
They got in a fight with Zavika. They did a number on her.
Oh, really? Which number?
What?
For your troubles.
Holy fuck, Jinx.
At least it was only like
Paint.
paint, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do this?
Your condition? Yeah.
Whoa, whoa. Holy.
That gotta hurt. No, I think it's yeah.
Ah, yeah, okay. Finally gonna learn who's behind that mask.
Oh, I know.
It must be Echo, right? Or... Oh.
Lost who?
Wow. Going rogue a little bit here.
I feel like you and I got off on the wrong arm.
She's with some girl enforcer. Guess she replaced you. Her back in town. It's only a matter of time before you implode, and Silco finally gets the message that you're about as good for our cause as you were for your family.
Whoa.
Wow.
Do you want to die?
Seems like it.
10 out of 10, Toots. I think I know just how to deliver that message.
About time
Oh.
Daddy joined us.
Oh, what?
Seriously, dude?
Threat. Yeah. Oh, it's Timo!
Could you imagine being separated from your father? There's an enforcer with her. A girl, roughly the same age.
Caitlyn.
Yeah, he knows.
They cannot be allowed to resurface. Do we understand each other? Oops. Oh, so sorry. Accidents happen.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Whew. Damn.
It responds to organic matter.
Whoa. What sort of plant is that?
It could be the key to augmenting physiology, extending life, curing you.
Oh, and then it just dies?
I'll have Sky bring Heimerdinger. He might know something that could help. In the meantime, we'll do what we do best.
Hi, Gollum.
What?
These are the kind of people you topsiders don't want to think about wind up.
Oh. Nice little place to hide out.
I shouldn't have left you.
It's all right. Despite it all,
Not you.
I can tell. You have a good heart.
Not talking to you.
What is that?
I'm calling it the Hex Core.
Oh, I don't think Heimerdinger is gonna like this.
No. You can see.
Oh, some of his memories.
I've seen nations destroyed by a single seed, and it looked exactly like this.
Professor, this could save Victor's life.
Something's different. You've changed. What did you do?
What do you mean, Professor?
It's that thing. It must be destroyed.
That's your opinion. We'll see if the council agrees.
Ruff.
Where are you going?
Is she all right?
Oh.
Wait. Easy. That's Vi, right?
Who's this? Ew.
Ailment.
She's been stabbed.
What the fuck is that?
Trade.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you're gonna need that.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Tell her I'm sorry about everything. Okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think my memory is not working. But who is that?
I'm not sure.
For now, we need to prevent any further attacks.
Short of searching everyone who crosses the bridges.
Then that's what we'll do.
Are you certain? This sort of an order...
Do it. We have to protect the city.
One other thing. I saw Caitlyn Kiraman had a prisoner released on your order. Is there anything I can assist with?
No, we've got it covered.
Your Hextech projects need more time, more safeguards.
Humans don't live for centuries. We need a leadership focused on the future, not the past. I believe it's time we gave the beloved founder of our city a well-deserved retirement.
Whoa!
Founder, even.
Damn, Jace.
With my deepest respect and appreciation, Professor.
Wow, it's like all of them.
It is unanimous for Heimerdinger. Now it's definitely gonna go to shit.
Yeah.
Easy. We're going to have to be more careful now. Silco will be watching.
Okay. Violet, Powder.
You used to live here. Who's Powder?
My sister. I thought she died, but now I have to try and find her.
How do you not know if your sister is alive or dead?
It's hard to check up on people from inside a
Yeah.
concrete cell.
What, you don't have parents?
No.
They were killed by enforcers.
Caitlyn really does not know a lot about
No.
this world.
No. She's blissfully ignorant and very privileged.
Yes. Oh, shit.
I've regretted that we've never had the opportunity to speak.
Oh. Damn.
I'm gonna find her and erase whatever fucked up delusions you put in her head. But first, I'm gonna bring your bullshit empire down all around you.
It's not gonna hit him, no. Good quick thinking there.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, he mad.
Mm-hmm. You didn't need
Fuck you,
that.
buddy. Wow. She saw it.
Yeah.
And now they're blocking off.
The Undercity?
Yeah. No one gets in for fear of what they might do.
Yeah.
Border control.
That sounds familiar.
Oh. Back to this flashback. Whoa. Aw. Oh. It's still there, and
wow, okay.
And he is still there. So
Hey, Sinchi.
he survived, of course, as you said
sorry.
he would.
Sorry. Sorry, I knew that.
No worries.
How many problems can one girl cause?
Almost as much as her sister. As much. Almost as many. Whoa! Liar. Did she kill her or? No, she was breathing, right?
Powder?
Oh shit. It's happening.
Are you real? Yes, of course. It's me, Vi. What matters is we're together.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Who's she? It's okay. She's a friend.
Savika wasn't lying? You're with an enforcer?
You can fire that thing if you want, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to abandon you again.
Everyone shut up! I need to think. Do you hear that?
What?
Oh.
Ah. Whoa. The firelights. Don't hit the freaking ball. Damn, that was quick. Shit. Oh, did they take Caitlyn as well?
Sure.
Behind you, behind you, behind you, behind you!
Take her.
No!
What? What?
Damn! The endings to some of these freaking episodes, they're
That
just
was-
so abrupt.
I was about to say it was very sudden, but
Yes, sudden, abrupt. It's just
same word.
boom. And that would then be the end of Act 2.
Perhaps, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yikes! Things are not looking up. It's not going well.
No, it
with
doesn't
the-
feel like this arc was concluded the same way that the first one was. It feels like it's definitely pouring into.
Yeah.
one.
It wasn't as. Doesn't feel like the end of an act really.
No, doesn't.
But anywho, we got the reunion that we were sort of just waiting for that to happen, with Jinx / Powder and Vi, and it's as we've been seeing throughout these past couple of episodes, where Jinx, she is just not all there.
No.
Slowly, or not slowly necessarily, but losing her mind at least, and still, like, what happened and what she did, it is just, it's with her everywhere all the time, and she's hearing voices, and she's paranoid as fuck, and she can't trust anyone or anything, no matter who they are. And she just, she also went full on rogue in this episode.
Vi also saw that when she went rogue, or some of the rogueness, like she saw how she was laughing while just
she saw like that she's sort of unhinged in
exactly,
that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
that's true. She doesn't necessarily know that has now gone against, or she went against Silco.
No, that's not.
That's what we saw with the whole liar thing, and Silco, he's not too happy either.
No.
Pressuring Marcus, pressuring the enforcers to put up this sort of border control thing or on the bridge.
And I think that's just going to escalate things further. And now having booted someone like Heimerdinger off the council, it seems like things are just even like escalating even further, and we might even have a situation like the one that Vander experienced back when they had like almost like a civil war
the uprising sort of a deal there. So a lot of violence, I feel like, incoming. A lot of things are really gonna go wrong now, and the divide again between the people of Piltover and then the Undercity, it's just getting even bigger now, even wider. And I get wanting to protect your people or your citizens from people like Silco and Jinx and the Firelights as well, I guess. But then doing a thing where you exclude everyone based on the actions of a few, that's when situations will just escalate, and again that divide will get bigger. And you just mentioned it, but the whole thing with Heimerdinger as well, getting kicked off the council and just forced into retirement, and all because he also wants to protect the city and protect everyone, and basing it off like his past and his memories, because he knows what can happen with magic like this.
Yeah, but he also seems like he's the only one who's like, he wants to do things by the book, like all the precautions are there for a reason. The main one being that, well, if you don't test things properly, they might run amok.
Yes.
And like, as I think I've mentioned it before, but with like science, you have to go through all these steps.
Of course, there's a lot of red tape before you can.
Yeah, because it can turn out wrong, or it can turn out like you can end up using something that you wanted to build, or something you wanted to like your contribution ends up being a weapon rather than.
Yes, there are consequences if you don't do it right. If you don't take all of those precautions. And I get I get why, Jace, he wants this to happen now. He wants to do the right thing. Like, he has good intentions, and he definitely also wants to help his friend, or sees him as his brother, Victor.
Yeah.
But going about it in that way and being like, well, we don't have time to wait. Like, I want this to happen now. I can't afford to wait. We don't have your long lifespan. Because Heimerdinger, he's many years, 300 or something years old, 200. I don't know.
Many 100 years old. At least.
Yes, and he even helped found the city, so he's like the founder. But so he can afford to wait for that long, but it's again like, so with Jace and the others, do you want the best for everyone, or do you want or is it more of a like it comes off as being a bit selfish to me, because it's like, I want this to happen now. I want to be the one to do this, or I want to help someone who's near and dear to me. I want to see change right now, whereas Heimerdinger is more like, yeah, I want the same, but we have to take our time, and then, you know, that it might be more difficult and it might be very hard, and like still seeing things not progress as quickly as you want them to, and people are going to suffer while we perfect this technology, but it's the safest way to do it.
Yes, and I get it from both sides, definitely. And I wouldn't say that it's completely selfish, because he does it out of like selfishness because he wants to help and further this. But the problem is, if you want to, like, if you rush things, you can end up as we can see, like, things are escalating now, because like it's like all these small things that are slipping, or, you know, like starting to break, and then at some point all of it's gonna snap.
It's a cascade.
Yeah, and this is just like, of course, it's just a part of it, but we just see how it all kind of fits together, how it's all gonna, like,
all these
contribute
pieces,
into the big escalation that's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because the walls are coming down now. So I don't know if I would say, like, it's not necessarily selfish, but it's just reckless, I would rather say. It's not that you can't progress certain things, like medicine, for example. It's not like all of these, I've spoken about it before, like all these clinical trials. You can definitely rush things if you are many people, and like, if you really put your back into it, you can actually get something done. But it requires a lot of time and focus and resources, like that the builds, like that's rearranged, all of this, like, into focusing on that specific things. It could be like a vaccine, or
that's why, for example, with like, we see COVID vaccines being rolled out quickly compared to the pace, like how long it normally takes to green light something like that. But that's because
we had so much focus.
Yeah, had to focus.
Put so much, like, time and resources and focus into making these, and it's of course not the only, but of course it could also have its drawbacks, sure, but we shouldn't talk about that. Anyway, it was just to like kind of put it into perspective, and it's it's definitely easy to see how things are escalating, and how like even someone like Victor growing up, kind of assisting Singed down in the sewers.
Yeah.
We got to confirm that he didn't die, and I'm sorry I spoiled that, because he's alive in the games. So, but definitely it makes sense now why he has that thing around because he probably got half of his face got exploded off.
Exploded off. Yeah. He got injured.
Yeah.
When that whole thing happened. But yeah, seeing that, of course, and going into the past, seeing the polluted water, kids playing there, and again, like we see there's the biggest focus is on the characters that we know, their lives, their personal tragedies, but it's all of it still happening with this backdrop, with the differences between the rich and the poor people, this whole like class struggle.
Yeah.
And how do we improve this world for everyone? And that's, you know, that's a big part of the story, and a big theme in it. It's just how do we better lives both for ourselves and others.
But I saw someone commenting that that so far it's not like, it's like, as you say, it's like it's a backdrop thing, but they're not really engaging much into the whole class thing, even though I can definitely see it's made mainly, it feels like it's just setting this whole story, like the arcs, the characters and everything. It's just like a setting for them, rather than actually because there was also a great question, because Heimerdinger is always saying like, we can't do this, we can't do that, and then Jace kind of turned it around and say, but well, what do you then suggest that we do? Do you have anything, like, do you have any solutions?
Yes.
How we fix these problems? And it doesn't really seem like he does, and that's the whole thing, right? Because, like, how do you, something that is so, it's so hard to fix, right? It's so hard to change all of this. It's so hard to change, like, the inequality, the inequity in society in general, right? And also Vi commented that when she got down there in the bottom there,
the old hideout thing,
she said they used to be here, like those were the outcasts of the outcasts, basically. And there wasn't as many people back then.
No, it's only getting worse.
It's only getting worse.
Yeah, and that's what we're seeing, and then that is where I definitely get someone like Jace when he's talking to Heimerdinger being like, yes, this is maybe sort of reckless and we are speeding things up here, but we, like, something has to happen. Do you have any other solutions? And it almost, like, reminds me a little bit of, like, sorry, spoilers for Attack on Titan maybe here, just skip ahead if you haven't seen that series, but the conversation between Eren and Hanji, where he's getting mad at her and pulling her, towards the bars of his cell and being like, do you have any other solutions? You don't. Like, you can almost hear, like, the inner monologue being like, I know what I'm doing here is reckless, and I know there might be consequences, but I'm open to any other suggestions. And if you have anything else that we can do any other way besides just slowing down the progress again and again and again and again, and while everything around us is getting worse. So I get that frustration very, very much. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. We didn't get any reveal when it comes to, like, who's the leader of these firelights, but it seems like you know who it is. My guess is...
I thought the leader there had a weapon or a thing on his back or her back, or
that reminded you of something.
That reminded me of a weapon.
Okay.
I could be wrong. It could just be the gliders. Then I was just thinking that then later on when they started gliding and everything, I was just like, oh, it could just be one of the gliders.
Okay.
But I think you might be right. It might be Echo.
My mind is still on Echo because we haven't seen him since that. And also, if you go back to those episodes where we did see him and in that shop, and there were several masks all over the place, and that's something that is like with the fire, like they're all wearing masks.
Yeah, and another thing, because they took Vi. I'm pretty sure that they recognized Vi.
Yeah.
Took her and
also took Caitlyn.
Yeah. But they left Jinx, and I think it's because Jinx has been antagonizing them for so long, so they don't want to mess with that. Totally understand why. But yeah, they took Vi because they Echo and Vi did not separate on they should be fine.
Sure. Yes.
And I'm sure, because they hung out, these firelights, they hung out down here in the bottom of the bottom. So
they are outcasts as well.
Yeah, and I can't help but think if there's someone like the Fireflies, as the Fireflies in the Last of Us, and the Rebellion in Star Wars, all of these anti-authority people who want to fight for
being viewed and being viewed as terrorists by the people in power, but maybe they're the ones that the freedom fighters that we should be rooting for.
So all these hits that they've been trying to where they have targeted all the things they've been doing is for the betterment of these bottom people, and they want to help these people, and that's what they're doing. So that's perhaps the whole how it's gonna shift.
Yeah, and just couldn't see eye to eye with Silco and his people and his crew, and that's why they've been butting heads. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where this is all leading. Besides the big explosion that we've been talking about, and how it seems like all of this is just coming undone slowly and steadily.
We got a little bit more about the Hextech core. Was it the Hex
Yeah,
core?
I think that's what they were talking about. And then we had a flashback from Heimerdinger where it's like, I've seen this thing before.
This exact thing before.
We need to destroy it. And I'm afraid he's very much right about that.
Yeah, and it's not gonna end well.
No, I don't think it is either.
Because Heimerdinger was just booted for the sole purpose of like him like trying to stop
them from using that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what is he then going to do? Because I don't think he's just going to be like, oh yeah, well, I got voted out. I'll just start my retirement. Bye. Like,
did they actually because he was just retired from the council? So are they also going to retire him from the academy? Because I think this
I don't know.
Separate from each other, right?
Yeah, perhaps.
So can he use the academy in some way, perhaps, to
I don't know. I'm sure he's still going to factor into this whole thing, and he's going to do.
Hopefully. Or he's not gonna sit back and be like, yeah, I told you so.
No, I don't think he's too invested. He's too concerned with the chorus of
I think he's one of if you can the good people and and if you have again a scale from good to bad, he's so far he's way over here the good. It seems like it at least
of all of the characters.
Of all the characters. With
I could sort of see that.
Somewhere
all the way towards the bad, and then I don't know where to put Jinx, for example, but she's just
that's like a lot of these people are victims of circumstance.
Yes, and that's a big part of it as well, and that is again going back to, and I guess we can wrap it up with that. Going back to these circumstances and this divide between the rich and the poor, and this being the backdrop, but it's also what molds and what forms the characters into who they are, and it's from that their personal struggles that we are following and that we're getting invested into, and that's the biggest focus of the series. But it wouldn't be there if it wasn't because of this world that they live in. So in that way, it's all connected, man. Of course it is. Yeah. I think that's it. I don't have anything else really.
Okay.
So, yeah. Danish word of the day then.
We just talked about circumstances.
Yes.
And I think the proper word in Danish is then...
omstændigheder. So that can be a little bit difficult.
It's a long word.
See it on the screen right now. So circumstances. Omstændigheder. So we got the A again, which is the A and the E put together. And we have those weird G's that you don't really they can be silent or
and we have a silent or a soft D the
omstændig. Then that would the G don't really pronounce it. Heder, so H-E-D.
You do pronounce the D. Omstændig.
Yeah, but you don't really pronounce it that much. It sounds like you omstændig. You don't say omstændigheder.
Oh, you said G. I thought you said D.
Oh, no. Okay. The G you don't really pronounce. The D you do. Heder, but it's just very.
It's soft. We
soft,
have basically three different Ds. We have a D omstændigheder. Then you have the D that's a hard D, and then we have the soft D that's the heder. So sound, and then you have a silent D. So it's really, really complicated.
Yes.
But anyways, that's the Danish word of the day.
Yes.
And I think we're just rounding it off here.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for watching. It was a pleasure. Hope you enjoyed this.
See you.
See you soon. In the next one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
I just made a Keely.